What's up, you guys? It's your girl LJ, and I just want to come on here and do a transparent video about what I've been dealing with and why I haven't been posting workout videos, and also in hopes that maybe I can help somebody else who's dealing with the same thing as me, or also just to educate others. So if you are here right now, you probably saw my video that I posted on Instagram. So thank you for coming and listening. I'm very nervous. I don't know how people are so transparent about their lives because people can be so critical. But hey, this might help someone, so I'm going to share. And I know how you guys like to tussle in the comments about just get to the point. So you ain't gotta worry about me. You ain't gotta worry about me. I'm gonna get right to the point. Okay, jumping right into it, on February 2nd, I was taken to the hospital because I was experiencing a lot of pain in my lower right abdomen. And most of the times, doctors will assume that it is a ruptured appendix. So they did a CAT scan and they did 2 ultrasounds trying to figure out what was going on. While I waited, I was on some good medicine, y'all. But once the doctors got to me, they basically explained that I had a 5 centimeter cyst on my right side, a 6 meter cyst on my left side, and I had a 7 centimeter fibroid tumor in my uterus. So they basically wanted me to get to a specialist immediately to take care of this, like within 24 hours. So I made an appointment, got in with my OBGYN, and basically he did his own testing. You know, every doctor got to do their own testing. So he did his own testing, and then we went in his office and he talked to me. He basically explained, I think you have endometriosis and you could be infertile. What? Come again, sir? So I definitely didn't like hearing that, especially when he wasn't sure of it. And so I definitely thought that was bad bedside manner to tell a woman that. Like, who wants to hear that? So I immediately cried, and I was just ready to get out of there. So fast forward, basically, I am scheduled to have surgery in 2 weeks so they can really get in there and see what's going on. And so basically, it sounds like it's 3 different things to me. So they're going to be dealing with endometriosis, the cyst, and the fibroids. So for those of you who are like, what's endometriosis? Let me get there and kind of explain that. Now, once again, you guys, I'm still learning and doing my research to better understand what endometriosis is myself. But just to kind of explain to you what I was told is basically endometriosis is when the uterus lining grows on the outside of the uterus. So with the female body, as you know, every month, basically the uterus prepares for a baby. So it develops a lining every month. And then if you don't get pregnant, that's when you have your cycle. So what happens is with endometriosis, the lining basically doesn't shed all the way, and it basically grows on the outside. So basically it can grow on your fallopian tubes, your intestines, and your ovaries. And with more research I did, there's about 200,000 cases that happen every year. The interesting thing that I found with endometriosis is very hard to diagnose. It's almost one of those things to where I feel like you have to have that perfect combination of horror for them to even want to check for it. So that's basically what the surgery is that I'm having in 2 weeks is to even check to see if I do have endometriosis. And that's where they're basically going to go in with, they're going to do about 3 to 4 incisions to check to see if they can see the scarring. It's basically tissue. So they want to see, they see any tissue on any of those that I listed before, the fallopian tubes, the ovaries, and the intestines, and they will try to get as much of it as possible. Sometimes it can be so much that there's not really much they can do, and it can cause blockage to your fallopian tubes, which is what can cause you to be infertile. And then I'll have to have some more surgeries after that to then get rid of the cysts and the fibroids, to my understanding. So multiple surgeries to come. So I pretty much was dismissed up to this point. I had been complaining about having pelvic pain, which is one of the symptoms. You can have pelvic pain, and that was dismissed. I complained about cysts. That was dismissed. With cysts, they pretty much come or can come every cycle. That is very hard for a doctor to really take that serious, because with every cycle, pretty much, from my understanding, you have like little follicles. And then once the follicles grow to a certain size, that's what makes it a cyst. I believe it's over 5 centimeters is what makes it a cyst. I also mentioned at my last Women's Wellness appointment about having a fibroid. Got dismissed. So to get to this point now is actually very aggravating, because I feel like I tried to talk to the doctors about all things I was experiencing, and no one ever took me serious. I'm not one to go to the doctors often, so I don't get why I kept getting the pushback. But so yeah, that's my experience so far. I have surgery coming up. So if anybody has dealt with this before and could shed some more light on it for me, feel free to reach out to me. Let me know what you dealt with, some of the symptoms. But right now, basically what I've been experiencing with this disease, that's what they call endometriosis. They consider it to be a disease. It causes you to be very fatigued. So like today actually was a very, very, very hard day for me. You basically feel like you're on your period, I guess for lack of better words, every day. Because it deals with your hormones, it's such an imbalance that you're moody, you're irritable, you're cramping. You don't understand sometimes why you feel the way you do, but it's because your hormones are being affected right now. So I've been so tired lately that I feel like it's hard for me to do much. And that really sucks, because as an entrepreneur, you gotta work to make that money. But I'm trusting God with everything, and I am very hopeful, and I got the faith that everything's gonna turn out just fine. So I'm not looking for sympathy or anything like that. I just want to make sure that you guys understand, like, if you're having a lot of pain, please go get it checked out. Don't be like me, to where it has to get to a point that you pretty much can't move or do anything, that you finally go to the hospital. And I just had to get talked into even going to the hospital. I wasn't going to go at all. I was like, oh, let me just continue to sleep. I'll put a heating pad on and keep it moving. So if you're experiencing any type of issues, please go get it checked. And make sure you advocate for yourself. Fight for what the issue is. Don't let them just, push you away. Because I wish I would have fought a little harder in the beginning when I was having some of these symptoms. And maybe I wouldn't be where I'm at today. I'm pretty sure I missed a lot of things that I want to say. Because like I said, I'm kind of nervous. And I feel like I'm rambling at this point. But I want to keep you guys updated. So check in, hit the notification, and subscribe. I'm going to update you guys on my journey with all of this. But I will say one thing I'm doing to, I guess, help things and not be in so much pain outside of the medicine they gave me, is I'm making sure I keep a healthy lifestyle. So even though I'm not strength training right now, I am doing cardio, just enough to where I'm not overdoing it. And I'm also making sure I watch what I eat. For what I understand, eating sugar, a lot of fatty foods, it's same thing with anything else. I feel like you just have to be more aware of your nutrition, and that can help with some of the issues, some of the pain, some of the cramping. But definitely follow my journey. I want to keep you guys abreast of what's been going on and what I'm going to continue to experience in all of this, and what happens with the surgery. Like I said, so many women are going through this and don't even know it. So please make sure you're checking yourself. With some of the symptoms, I guess I should have mentioned, is it could be heavy bleeding, irregular periods. What's the other ones? Getting cysts, fibroids. I know I'm missing some, but I really haven't been experiencing too many symptoms. Like I said, my biggest issue was the fibroids, and of course now the cysts. So just make sure you advocate for yourself. Tune in. I will be posting more about my journey. Thank you guys for listening. Whew. That felt like a lot, but I'm glad I got it out there. Thank you guys. Check in with me later.